Hey y'all, welcome back. It is 2 days before Christmas and I really want to make some fresh ginger cookies. I do have some frozen ginger. Sorry about that flash of light when I put my hand down. Um, it's time to harvest, or I gotta keep my hand like this, sorry. Yes, harvest video ginger. We're gonna get it done today and I'm gonna make some cookies. That may not be part of the video, but the harvesting of my ginger, definitely. I'm glad you're here. I hope you enjoy this video. It is like 60-ish degrees outside. It feels great. I'm in short sleeves and I'm going to get that vitamin D going while I'm out there working today. All right, guys, it is December the 23rd. I'm going to go ahead and harvest this ginger. You can see it has completely died back right before first frost. I put it into my garage to let it finish off the dyeing back process, and now we are going to go ahead and harvest this lovely ginger. I will chop this up and use this as some type of mulch. Pests usually leave ginger alone. I don't think they like the smell, so I usually like to reuse my old spent ginger growth. And here we go. We're just going to dump it, see what we get. It looks like it extends way over here. So I'm anxious to see how much ginger we got for this year. You can see the very, very, very extensive root system of ginger. It's really pretty, but lots and lots of roots. We can actually repurpose these as well in the garden as mulch. They'll break down. Smells incredible, so good. Another chunk of roots. This is pretty much all roots. And remember, the reason this has such an extensive root system is because this ginger has been in this pot for close to 2 years. It has spent one full winter in my garage. Last winter, it just completely died back and went dormant until time for me to bring it back out for late spring. Yeah, and I almost did that again this year. I almost just left it in the garage, but I know for Christmas I'm actually getting a new pot. I really didn't like having my ginger in plastic, so for Christmas I am getting a ceramic large shallow pot that I will actually keep my ginger in from now on. So that is going to be really nice. The ginger almost flowered this year. We almost got to see a ginger flower, but it got cold and I had to bring the ginger in and the flower died back. But I will put a picture right here. But yes, that is an option. If you do not want to harvest your ginger and it's in a container, you can just let it go dormant in a cool environment that doesn't get below freezing, and it should be fine and come back to life when you bring it back outside and you start watering it and fertilizing it. So I usually put it in with my overwintering peppers in the garage. And I have a decorative ginger that I do that with as well. These are smushy. Yeah. So this ginger obviously is not viable. We'll get rid of that. But I know we have some good chunks of ginger coming. And these kind of fat roots that you'll notice here and there, I think that's some sort of like water reservoir for the ginger, I think. Oop, there's a nice chunk over there. We need to get that. Yep. Keep this. So I don't save these chunks of whatever they are. They're kind of weird looking though. There's another chunk of garlic coming. Maybe we'll work from this surface. See what we can pull apart here. And then we're going to take it inside. We're going to wash it off really well. Usually, you know, ginger cleans up really well, and we don't even have to peel it when we're cooking with it if you have homegrown ginger. And the reason I did not harvest my ginger last fall of 2024 is because I still have a bag in the freezer of ginger that I have not completely used up yet. Oh, there we go. You can see those chunky roots that come off, or water reservoir, or whatever it is. Just break them off. Keep going. We're almost done. Definitely we will be reusing this potting mix because these roots will break down into excellent compost. So I can pull this chunk off. Oh man, that did break a piece, but that's okay. I think this whole thing is just a big old glob of ginger. I'm gonna have to go get some water, I think, and we will just see if we can get some of this dirt off. This is just a massive hunk of ginger. We're gonna have to go put it in the water. So we'll keep this. You can see I've got a little collection here. And something I wanted to show you is that the light colored ginger, that is your new growth. These darker pieces that are still solid and firm are the original ginger that I planted. They are still wanting to produce new growth. You can see the little nubs of new growth. Do you see it? So new shoots will grow out of these little nubs. So these are still valuable. They will produce ginger for us, more ginger. And so here's another example of an older piece of ginger, which is the browner one. And from that, these new tender growths grew. And you can see a nub that's getting ready to sprout. So this is very, very good and viable ginger that will keep producing for me for forever, probably. I started with the same ginger 5 years ago, and I have harvested off of it since. So definitely keep your mother plants because you can get more growth. Here's another look at those flexible, I think they are, I'm going to put what they are on the screen. They're almost like worms. They're very flexible. You can see inside there. I do think it's something to do with the water of the ginger, like the reservoir maybe for the water. I wonder if they have a culinary use. I really do wonder about them. But it's very common on your ginger. It's kind of maybe scary the first time you harvest ginger to see all of these because they do look really weird. All right, I'm just going to run my hands through this one more time, make sure I did not miss any of the ginger. You can see it's kind of like a worm. But this is what we ended up with. A nice container of ginger. And we will be able to start a whole new round. Lots of new plants, some to give away, some just to grow. But this is a lot of ginger. This will last a very, very long time. A very, very long time. As evident by my freezer, I still have ginger from several years ago. I may dehydrate some of it, but for now, let's go inside and clean it up. And then we'll decide on how we're going to store it. And now we have a pot ready for planting. Preferably something that doesn't need high nutrition because the soil is spent, but we could re-fertilize it if we want to. I'm thinking maybe something that needs some cold stratification is what I might put in here. And definitely reuse your potting mix. You can always add amendments and fertilizer back into the soil, and even things that can help with drainage and hydration. Yeah, so it's ready to go. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna swish around the ginger, trying to remove the dirt. I'll probably have to change this water out a couple different times, 2 or 3 times. Pull off any fine little roots like that. And I'll be back in a minute. We'll do this a few times. Definitely this water will not go to waste. I would be dumping it on some plants outside. We've got all that good soil coming off from the ginger. And I think my plants outside could really use it. Round 2, and the water is looking much clearer. I'm actually going to get a really small, fine little brush, and we will get busy cleaning this garlic. Let's start with the softer one. And what I'm going to do is just very, very gently kind of work into the crevices. Let's see if we can get some of that dirt to loosen and come out. And I might let these soak, maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and see what I can accomplish. All right, so I did as best a job as I could cleaning the ginger, and you can really see a distinct difference now between the old mother ginger and the new baby ginger. That is fresher, newer growth. And I just kind of gently broke off that piece of new ginger. And here's another piece of older ginger. It's got some new nubs growing right there. You can clearly see it. The new ginger is very delicate. You don't even have to peel it. It is just great. You can just grate it straight into your recipes. It's just really, really nice. You can also use the older ginger as well. The skin might be a little tougher. Might have to peel it a little bit, but honestly, I usually don't, even with older ginger that I've grown myself. Now, the stuff at the grocery store, who knows how long that stuff is just sitting there. It is many, many, many days later. It is the 28th of December at this point. I am confident that my ginger is nice and dry. You can see that the colors look different than they did when they were freshly rinsed. It's a little harder to tell the older ginger from the newer at this point, but you still can tell a slight difference. So like this ginger is all new growth from this year, and there's some growth from last year, and then we have our original mother ginger in here somewhere, probably more like this guy and this one over here. They're darker. They're still firm. They will still produce new ginger growth. So I have some options at this point. We can just do the easiest process, which is just to throw this in a freezer bag, freeze it, and when we want some fresh ginger, just pull out what we want, grate it, chop it, put it into a recipe. That's one option. That's the easy method that I like to do. I've got a dehydrating tray right here. We could thinly slice it. We could dehydrate it. Then we could store it in like a glass jar until we're ready to use that ginger. Or we could go ahead, after it's dehydrated, we could grind it up into a powder. But I have plenty of ground ginger. I don't really have a ton of the slithers of dried ginger. I may do some of that. I may not. But we have options. Another option would be just to put this into like a cardboard container that has some holes in it for airflow, and just let this ginger stay in the pantry out of direct light, and then use it as we wish. There will be a point in time where it starts to grow sprouts, and then we could go plant it outside. Or what I'm going to do, I may dehydrate just a small tray of the sliced ginger. I'm not going to freeze any because I still have probably half a bag of frozen ginger. I'm going to pick out the oldest pieces I can find that have some nodes, like this one right there. And it really is more of a fill sometimes when it's hard to see the nodes, but this one definitely has one right there. So we will get a sprout of growth from this point. So I may pick out, I don't know, 3 to 5 older pieces of ginger that will be good mother plants to grow baby ginger, new ginger. And since Christmas has passed, guess what? I have my pot. This is going to be my new ginger pot from here out. It is wider than the one I had before. It is a nice shallow pot, which I really, really love. Ginger does not need a lot of depth. It just needs room to roam by the rhizome growth that it will do under the surface. It doesn't need to be planted super deep. So I'll pick out the pieces I want. I will put in fresh potting mix, get this ginger ready for late spring. It is a frost tender plant. I cannot put it outside right now. What I could do is find somewhere to put this pot and let the ginger slowly start to develop those growths. And it is so, so slow. So in the past, I have potted up ginger to grow, and it takes forever before you see those shoots coming from the soil level. I used to dig up my ginger just to see if it was actually doing anything. And it was. It just takes a really long time. So this is the very end of December. If I start now, by late March, mid-April, we might start to have some shoots breaking the soil level. So that's my plan. This is going to be my ginger pot from now on. I started with the same ginger about 5-ish years ago. You really only have to buy it once, and then you keep this process going year after year. And you have an endless supply of ginger. It's really an economical plant to grow. It's very easy. You make that initial investment. I bought mine at Sam's Club. I bought just a little container of organic ginger. And I think the organic part there could be key. If there are other gingers, it could be possible, like a conventional grown ginger, it could have some kind of growth retardant sprayed on there to prevent sprouting. So if you go with the organic, there shouldn't really be anything on there to affect sprouting. Stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to show you what I did with our old ginger pot and that old soil that we repurposed. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy that. But for the ginger harvest video, we're going to go ahead and end the video. I've shown you my process and how I harvest, how I clean it and dry it, and then some of the ideas that I may do to preserve it and to utilize this ginger. Very wonderful plant. So easy. This is a great, I think, beginner gardening plant. And it's healthy and it smells so good. All right, guys. Well, let's go see the bonus clip of what I did with that potting mix and that pot. I am planting my prickly pear cactus seeds. They need cold stratification. So if we start now, there should be a period of frost and dethaw, cold, warm, wet, damp, and that should give these seeds enough exposure to the cold to activate germination at the proper timing. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye.